Is it working?
We're live!
Oh my gosh. Is it working, guys?
This is a momentous occasion. We are very excited about this.
Very, very excited. Can someone send us a comment or something and tell us if we're actually working? We are actually live, or are we speaking to no one?
At the moment, we're speaking to ourselves, so it'd be really nice to know.
In the meantime, okay, in the meantime, there are things you might need. So if you have them, everyone will need a tennis ball. If you don't have a tennis ball, you could use some socks. You could use an apple. Yes, we're working. Fantastic. Awesome. Tennis racket. If you don't have a tennis racket, you could use a frying pan. Okay, so there's always things you can do. We'll also need, we're going to be doing some like footwork stuff, so you might need something that you're going to run around as well. So you might need like some water bottles or whatever, or you could use cushions. Okay, so we'll just give it like a minute or two because we're getting quite a few people coming in. So yes, in the meantime, if you don't know who we are, this is Joe and I'm Scott. We are head coaches of Wigmore Tennis Club, which I'm sure quite a lot of you know. We just thought we would, seeing as we're all on lockdown, we would try and bring tennis to you for a change.
In your home, in your garden, wherever you're watching us from, we're really, really excited to be there. I know some people have got us on their TV. That's very exciting.
It seems people send us messages, which is fantastic. So the plan is, what we're going to be doing is we're going to do lots of kind of like ABCs, agility, balance, coordination, speed. We're going to do some like racket and hand skills. We're going to have
a little bit of coordination, a little bit of teamwork exercises in there too. Some things that if you have someone else to do it with, you can do it with them. Otherwise, we can show you how you can try and do the same exercises on your own, or we can later on explain some. We might write some comments about how to do some things like that too.
We're also going to have the skill of the day. So each session, we're going to have a proper skill, which we're going to really focus on, and you're going to try and practice that outside of the session as well. Okay, so we're going to go, we'll start in just a second. Brilliant. Okay.
Anytime we do this, we're having a little read of some comments.
Yeah.
We've not got it set up so that we can read them otherwise.
And by the way, it's not a problem if you are doing it on your own. You can do these sessions on your own. But if you have, siblings, your parents, flatmates or whatever, get them involved as well, because we're going to be doing it as if is what you're doing essentially. So we're doing everything in pairs. So try and get your parents involved, or whoever's with you. Okay, right. I think
someone's had an injury already.
Oh my gosh.
Right. Was it you, Rose, or was it Barney?
Okay, right, we're going to start. Okay, first activity, you need a ball. If you don't have a ball, you could use socks. You could use a cushion on this one. And this activity is called ball taps. So you're going to place the ball on the floor. And what Joe is going to do is he's going to lightly tap the ball, okay, with alternating feet. And he's going to try and do this quite quick. He's not putting any weight on the ball. His weight is on the foot that's on the floor, and then he transfers his weight very, very quickly. Okay.
Make sure you're all having a go with me here, everybody.
So yeah, start this now. But we're going to have a little competition. Okay. Every activity we do, me and Joe are going to compete against each other, and I want you to try and compete against us at home as well, or compete against the people in your living room. So notice how quick Joe is doing it. He's touching it really, really light with his feet. If he touches it really hard, the ball will go flying all over the place. Okay, and then he'll have to start again. So try and do it nice and light. Okay, so hopefully you're all giving it a go. Okay, oh, it's bouncy, Joe. That's what someone said. Okay, right. Okay, hopefully everyone's having a go. Do you want to have a little practice as well?
It's just getting in there now.
I want to get the practice in because we're going to have Team Joe versus Team Scott. Okay, I'm trying to be. I'm going to put my phone on the side because I don't want that bouncing out of my pocket. Health and safety. Okay, you've got to be as light as you can on the balls of your feet. Okay.
He's doing this quite well. I'm a bit worried at the moment.
We practiced this yesterday.
So. I hope everyone's going right at home. If you're having any difficulties, let us know. We'll try and read and see if we can help out at all.
Okay, right, I'm ready, Joe. I'm ready.
Okay, Scott's ready. Shall I go first?
Yeah, you're going to go first. So we're going to have a 30-second challenge. Okay, we're going to see if you can beat Joe's score. Okay, right. Hopefully everyone's ready.
Right, I'm ready.
3.
Ready at home, everybody?
2, 1, go! Right, keep those feet going. Super, super fast. I'm looking at the comments. Fantastic. Okay. So you're gonna be. We're doing this on a mat, basically, to try and absorb any noise for our neighbours downstairs. That's it. He's going very fast. You've got 10 seconds left, guys. Keep those feet going. Joe's going super, super fast.
Moving the mat around.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop there. No cheating at home. Make sure you've stopped. Right, Joe, what was your score?
I managed to get 74.
70. Oh my lord.
I'm a little bit out of breath now.
Wow. Okay, right. If you had to go at home, type in what you got as well. Okay.
You can have a few seconds, and then Scott's going to give it a go
I'm
as
gonna
well.
see if I can beat. Right. Tell
Do
us.
you think that whether I'm going to win, or do you think Scott's going to win? We want to know: is it Team Joe or Team Scott? Who's going to win this challenge?
Absolutely. Come on, guys. You better be on my team. Okay. Otherwise, when we get back to Wigmore,
Scott's going to make you work hard.
I'll make you work really hard. Right. You ready? Okay. So you can do it again. You know, if the kids were having a go, this is time for the parents. Okay. Right. You ready?
We can have another go.
Oh, do you want to do the timer on your thing? Because I could cheat, couldn't I?
Okay, I'll have to.
Right,
I'll have to do the timer.
Keep those practicing. Keep practicing. Oh, 62. Oh,
62.
hello.
Pretty
That was a good
Well
one.
done.
Right.
Who's put Team Scott?
Yes, Claire.
Oh.
Yes. Right. Ready?
Right, ready. Are you ready, home, everybody? You've got 30 more seconds. Your time starts now. Oh, he's going very quick, but can he keep it up? That is the question. Oops, I'm moving the thing around. You've had over half your time. 10 seconds left. So you missed one there, Scott. Maybe not counting that in your score. 3, 2, 1. Stop there.
79.
Oh.
Boom. Oh, my heart is going like mad now. Blooming heck. Right.
So we are doing this as a warm-up, everybody. It's really, really important, and if you come and play tennis, you'll know, but it's always very important to make sure you warm up before you do any kind of exercise. Warm-up is great for, well, we're doing it not just for actually warming up, we're trying to improve some skills as well that are all to do with tennis, but it's also really good for injury prevention. So if you're doing it at home and you're afraid of getting injured, do a good warm-up first, and then hopefully that'll help you out.
Ooh, well done. Good scores. Good scores, guys. Well done. Right,
People
okay.
are there beating me. How dare you? How dare you?
Right, come on, Team Scott. Let's do this. Right, okay. Next one we're going to do is called figure of eights. So what you need is you need 2 items to put on the floor, which are going to be running around.
In Joe and Scott fashion, obviously, we've got a bottle of gin and a bottle of tonic.
Yeah, there you go. So you're going to put these spaced out wider than your stand. So Joe's going to demo this one. We might move it back just a little bit so you can see. Sorry for going in front. Okay, and what you're going to do is you're going to stay low. You're going to be facing your TV or your laptop or your phone, whatever you're watching it on, and you're going to draw an 8, okay, with the path you make going around it. Okay, so off you go, Joe. So Joe's going to do lots of fast feet going round the bottle of gin and tonic.
Being really careful not to knock over that gin.
That's it. Okay, you could be doing this around pillows, you could do it around shoes, you could do it around anything, okay? So you just got to draw an 8 with your feet, okay? Try not to go as if you're a car going round a roundabout, okay? So you're going like this, okay? Don't do that. Always face the front, okay?
So the things that we're looking for, always make sure you stay nice and low. We don't want players bouncing up and down as they go round. This isn't a hopping exercise.
Right.
We are practicing our ready positions in tennis right now, and this is where a good ready position is.
We're going to do another challenge. Joe's going to go first.
I'm going first.
Okay. So 1 is when you've done a complete circuit. So Joe will demonstrate a circuit of 1. I'm just trying to tire him out, you see.
He is.
So-
This is cheating.
So that is 1. Okay. Hopefully that all makes sense.
That's
Right.
the middle.
Okay. On your marks. Get set. Go. Okay. So make sure you're facing the front. You should be pointing towards us. Okay. Lots of fast footwork. That's it. Try not to knock over your bottles of gin and tonic. I'm sure you've got your own version at home. That's it. You've got 10 seconds left. So I don't know if I'm going to beat this one. This is very, very fast. Okay, and 3, 2, 1, and pause there. What was that?
11.
11. Wow.
That was better than the practice yesterday.
That was better than our rehearsals. Okay, right. What score did you get, guys? We want to see. Okay.
Someone's asked if we live together. Yes, Scott and I do actually live together.
Oh, we should have said that at the start. Yeah, we are very fortunate that we live together, hence we can do this. We are not breaking lockdown rules. So we are very, very lucky. Okay, so yeah.
Now, what I like here already is Scott, you can see, he's got his legs nice and wide. This is a good wide setup. He looks good. And he's got his knees down low now.
I'm raring to
Even
go.
better.
Right. Do you think I can beat Joe's score? Can you beat Joe's score? Has anyone beaten Joe's score? 19? Oh my gosh. That was a big score. Right. Right, okay, Joe, you're going to do the timer?
Yep. Are we ready? Are we ready? Everybody home? Change round if you don't want to have another go right now, or by all means have another go.
Or have a rest.
30 seconds starts now.
Oh my god, Here we go. How am I doing, Joe? How am I doing?
Scott's doing pretty well here, I've got to say. Hear a little squeak of his feet on the floor, that's very good. It's almost as if we're in a gym or something.
I know.
Had half your time. 10 seconds left.
Oh, nearly knocked the bottle of gin over.
You'll owe me one if you do that. 3,
Oh, come on.
1.
Ah!
Stop there.
Oh, my legs went to jelly. I got 11 as well. Whew. That was good. Right, type us your scores.
Yeah,
I need
let
to
us know
catch
what
my
you're
breath while Joe explains.
So I'm going to explain the next thing. Now we're going to leave the bottles or whatever you might be using at home. We're going to leave those on the floor. And now actually we're going to move on to using our tennis rackets. Now we've got tennis rackets here, but as we've already said, you may not have tennis rackets at home. So we've got a frying pan just in case you want to use one of those. I'm not going to demonstrate with a frying pan, but you could use a book. I've just noticed that we've got some placemats over there for dinner plates. You could use one of those. They're pretty good. But we're going to use a tennis racket.
You also need a ball. If you don't have a ball, you can use some socks as well. There you go. Right, off you go.
Okay, so you're going to do the same activity. So nice low setup here again. Okay, trying to keep now down very low as you move around. No bouncing up and down. But we're going to try and do it with our tennis ball staying on the racket now. Okay, so I'm going to show you. We're going to do exactly the same movement, going around in that figure of 8, keeping the ball on the racket. Okay, this is going to be the exercise. Now this could be harder. Perhaps you'll do even better than before. I find that hard to believe, but let us know. We are super excited to see how everybody's doing these things.
If you find it easy, another variation is instead of balancing it, you could do keepy uppies. You could do fish and chips, okay? Or you could do fish, chips, and ketchup, which is bouncing it on the side of the racket as well. Challenge yourself. Yeah, maybe not do that.
Not me. I'm going to keep this nice and easy.
Okay, a new challenge. Right, hopefully you've been, by the way, whenever we're demoing it, keep practicing. Don't stand still unless you're, knackered like I am. Right, okay, 30 seconds. Starting now. Off we go. That's it. Come on, guys. You've got to try. Oh, Joe dropped it. He dropped it again. Oh, my Lord.
I'm not doing very well here, everybody.
So on this one, you might need to slow it down because balance is much more important here. You've got to keep those strings pointing up. Keep your eyes on the ball as well. Use your peripheral vision to see where the bottles are. So you're keeping that ball balanced on your racket strings. You've got 3 seconds. 2, 1, and stop there. What's the score to beat?
8, so I score that time.
8, right. Well, do you know what? I reckon I can beat that with a frying pan. So here we go. I know, I'm
Is he going to beat me with a frying pan? I did make a few mistakes, but...
Oh, I didn't mean beat him at this. I'm just going to beat him with a frying pan.
Oh.
Right, Joe, are you ready to time?
Nope. Give me a second.
Here we go.
Give everyone at home a chance to catch their breath.
Keep practicing. We're getting questions. Oh, yeah, well done, Claire. Right, you ready? Okay.
Right, you ready?
I'm
30 seconds starts now.
Oh, this is hard. Oh, this is hard. Oh, no, I've dropped it. I think that's 2. Hope no one's counting at home. 3. Oh, I've dropped it again. And obviously, I'm doing it with the frying pan facing down because it's a little bit easier if it's pointing up. Oh, no!
Oh, precious seconds going there.
I don't know what I'm on now.
4, 5 seconds left.
Oh, I'm not going to win.
3, 2, 1, and stop there.
I got 6. With a frying pan. I should have cheated. I should have gone like that, shouldn't I? Right, grab a breath, grab a drink.
We're going to grab a drink.
I'm going to move the G&Ts. Obviously, we're not drinking those just yet. Okay.
Should we take this opportunity to read it out, see who's joining us today? Let us know if you're doing this, who's doing it in your household, and let us know where you're coming from when you do this.
Rose wanted you to use the frying pan. There you go.
For me to use the frying pan.
Very good.
No, Rose.
Some good scores there. Some good scores. Right. Okay. Joe, you need a tennis ball as well.
Oh, hi Lucy. Hi Finn. Thank you for joining us today.
It's very good. Wow. Some very good scores. Albie got 24. Oh my lord. Wow. Very good scores.
We've got one of our coaches joining us today.
Who's that?
Jake. Coach Jake. Are you joining us? Are you doing
shout out
this
to
as well?
Coach Jake. Oh, come on, Jake. I want to know your scores. Okay.
I do.
Okay, the next one. No, I don't want to know. Right, the next activity we're going to do. Now, those of you who have been on our social media sites will already have maybe practiced this one or seen it.
I thought you were going to say campaign for a second there.
Social media campaign. This one's called Juggle Catches. I think we did this last Monday on Instagram, okay? So what you need to do, ideally you do this one in pairs. We will have a variation which you can do on your own. So you're going to be facing your partner. You're going to throw. We're both going to throw at the same time with our right hand and then catch with our left, okay? So it's throw, let's do it, throw, catch with our left, and then we just transfer the ball over, okay? So it's throw with the right, catch with the left. Start this now, try and do it nice and slowly, and as you get more confident, try and speed it up. Now, obviously, if you struggle to catch with one hand, you can catch with two, yeah? We will never know if you're cheating at home, okay? So give this a go. Throw with your right, catch with your left. If you're on your own,
or if you just find this really difficult and maybe you can't work with somebody else to do this, you could try this as well.
If you're on your own, you have 2 tennis balls. You're going to throw up with your right hand, transfer the other ball across, and then catch with your left. So I go throw and catch like that. Throw and catch. So you can do it all by yourself.
And this is why we call this juggle catch.
Juggle catch.
It's a little bit like he's juggling now.
You can also do it against a wall, providing you've got soft balls as well.
We can't show you that right here, right now.
Can't do that because it'll go off camera.
Again, leading to everything else that we've been doing before, make sure as you do this, you are set up in a nice, low, ready position. Don't want anybody leaning forwards. We don't want any bums poking out.
That's it.
We want knees down, like you're sitting on something. So Scott and I are both here, and we're going to have a practice.
There we go. Keep practicing, guys. Because we're going to do another challenge. Okay, for this time, me and Joe are actually working together on this one. And you at home are going to see if you can beat our score.
Who's going to win, Team Joe or Team Scott? No one will win.
Do you know what? Tennis is the winner, guys. Tennis is the winner. Right, okay, 30 seconds on the clock. Are you ready? 3. Oh, by the way, so every time you transfer the ball over, that's 1. Okay.
So this is 1.
So this is 1.
That's 1.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. You keep counting. That's it. There we go. So throw with your right, catch with your left. You can do this with both hands. Catch with both hands if you need to. Try and stay low with your legs and your center of gravity. My eyes are always on the ball that's coming to me, so I'm ready to catch it. Don't know how much time is left because I'm focused on this. Keep going, guys. There we go. We're doing a good job. We're in a good rhythm here. Good rhythm. Good rhythm. And stop there. What's the score?
38.
38. Boom.
Boom.
Type in on the thing what you've got. Let us know. I think that was quite a good score.
Yeah. That's one of the first times we've done it without making mistakes.
Yeah, usually actually catching
These
soft balls
ones are not easy.
quite difficult. If you've got harder tennis balls, it's a bit easier to do
Apple.
this one. Okay.
I'll be using an apple.
Or an apple. Yeah. Or you can do it with socks, okay, as well. I'll tell you what, for this next one, we'll have 1 tennis ball, 1 ball of socks. We're gonna see if you can beat your score, okay, from last time. Okay? Right, you ready?
Got some good scores coming through. Well done, everybody.
Oh, nice. Very good. Very good.
So we're gonna go again, see if you can beat your last score.
There you go. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Joe's gonna catch. Oh my gosh, this is quite difficult with different items. There we go. Hope you're counting, Joe.
I am.
That's it. So stay nice and low with those knees. This is practicing our ready position. Okay, throwing with your right, catching with your left. That's it. Keep it going. If you make a mistake, you don't have to start on 0. Just start from where you made the mistake and keep counting. There we go. This is good rhythm. Good rhythm. That's it. And stop there.
Oh!
What did we do?
37.
37. We were 1 short. 1 short. Let us know if you beat your score, okay, from last time. Okay? Right.
Over there.
Okay, right. I'm just going to move this up in because we're going to do our skill of the day now. Right. What do I need?
Go on, why don't you use this one, Scott? So for this, you're going to need a tennis racket. Okay.
Could use a frying pan.
You could use a frying pan. It's absolutely fine. You can use anything. And he's going to need a tennis ball or whatever you're using instead of a tennis ball.
27. That is good.
Nice. Well done, Finn. You beat your score. Good work. Who else we got there? 27. Well done.
Very good. Right, so for this next activity, kids, you might not necessarily, you can probably do this standing up. Adults, you probably will need to actually do this kneeling down, unless you've got very tall ceilings, because you'll see why. What we are practicing is the serving throw today, yeah? So you need plenty of space above you. So I've got a yoga mat out, and I'm going to try and do this on my knees.
Just going to interrupt you there. I just want to give a shout out to my niece and nephew who are doing this with me today. I'm so happy that they're doing this.
Oh,
Albion Wonder, well done. They're 5 years old, and they've just done the last activity as well, and they did a super score. Well done, Albion Wonder.
Well done, guys. Fantastic. Okay, so hopefully you've got that set up. You could use, if you don't have a yoga mat, you could use cushions under your knees as well. Okay, right, I'll head over to you.
So what Scott's going to do here is he's going to keep his chest nice and still. This is really important. He's not going to move this all around. And he's going to practice his ball throw. So what we're going to do, he's going to move his left arm and it's going to go up above his head and the ball is going to come out of his hand and then it's going to fall back into his hand, just like he's doing here. So you can see that ball comes up and then it falls back into his hand. He's not throwing it super duper high, but he is throwing it above his head. That's really important. Let's make sure that ball is going over your head. Okay, that's the role of his left hand. Because Scott is right-handed, the ball is in his left hand. Because he's right-handed, the racket goes in his right hand. You can see his racket here. And what he's doing as well, if you go back to the start, Scott, make sure you're doing this at home, everybody, while you're having a go here. So Scott's going to go through the action. His hand goes up, and so does his right arm. And you can see he's got a nice L shape here. Have that up a little bit higher. He's got a nice L shape there. And that's what we call the trophy pose, or rather, this is what we call the trophy pose. So Scott's going to have a few more practice goes. Do it at home with him. And he's going up into that trophy pose. Okay, some things that we're looking for here, things that you're looking for here are a nice slow left arm when that ball throw. He's not throwing it really fast. He's not going to have control over that ball. So that's coming up out of his hand. And on his right arm, his racket arm, that's coming up into that trophy pose. Okay?
Obviously, it's the opposite for left-handers as well.
Yeah.
So
if you're left-handed, the racket and ball go in the other hand. You can see Scott's just going through this. It's going up and then it's coming back into his hand.
There you go. Right. So we're going to keep practicing that. We are going to do a challenge just in a little bit. We're going to go through some progressions. I'll get Joe to do the next progression. So keep practicing that just while we set this one up. So Joe, you don't need a racket. You can practice the catching one. There you go. Right. So next progression. If you just put your racket down for a sec, because we will bring that back in. What he's going to do is we're looking at the racket hand now, okay? And what he's going to do is as he throws with his non-dominant hand, he's going to then reach up and catch the ball with his dominant hand, his strong hand. And this is practicing reaching up to hit that ball because you don't want to be hitting it here. You want to be reaching up nice and high. So Joe's going to practice his nice slow throw, and notice this arm is also nice and straight as well. So it's nice and gentle. Whoops. That will happen, don't worry. You might want a partner here, okay, while they're practicing, just in case they accidentally palm the ball out of their hand. So slow throwing arm and then really reaching up with that other one, okay? Just reading some of the comments. Oops, my chandelier. Yes, you've got to be careful with all this.
You can see ours. You can see our lampshade.
I know, you do have to coordinate your living room, okay, with this. But yeah, so keep practicing that at home. So throwing gentle with the non-dominant hand and then really reaching up with the other one. Okay, keep practicing. And then we'll set up the next progression. That's it, Joe. How do you think Joe's doing? Comment below. Maybe he needs some practice at this. Luckily, he's got a fellow coach here with him. Right, okay, so next one. We're going to get, you need your rackets again. You actually need a racket or something, maybe a pillow, to go in front of you. This is going to be a target area now, okay? So Joe's going to put a racket in front of him. He doesn't necessarily need anything in his dominant hand, but he can have another racket there just to practice it. And what he's going to do, he's annoyingly good at this, so he practices yesterday really, really well. He's going to do the throw, okay? But he's not going to catch it. He's going to let the ball drop. And he gets a point every time it lands any part of the racket, yeah? Because if you were to throw and not hit it, it should actually land directly in front of you. So the handle of his racket is just touching his knee, okay? If you're standing up, it will be touching your big toe. Okay, so practice this at home. So watch Coach Joe. So he's going to go through that serving motion. That's it. Whoops, there we go. It just landed on the frame. That's it. Because we're going to do a little challenge. You're going to have 10 goes in a bit, and you're going to see how many points you can get out of 10. Okay, need to practice this, Ed. Yeah. It's very challenging.
That was just a little touch there, little touch.
Yeah.
Whether you're a kid doing this or whether you're an adult doing this, honestly, when we do lessons, so many players come along and they struggle with their serve. The part they struggle with the most is getting that ball throw in the right place. And this is just a really easy activity that we're showing you can do in your own home to help practice, get that ball throw in the right place, he says as he misses.
Being a lockdown like this is a perfect opportunity to practice this as well. So when you go back onto your tennis courts, and hopefully, I think most of you are from Wigmore. You know, when we see you again, we expect amazing throws on your serve. No pressure, guys. So get practicing this at home. Right. So what we're going to do. This isn't a time challenge. When I say go, you're going to have 10 attempts, and you're going to type what score you got out of 10 of how many times it hit the racket. Okay. So Joe, off you go, and then I'm going to see if I can beat it. There we go. So keep practicing this at home. See if there are any questions or anything, you can message us. I'm just having a look. Dog stealing the balls. Oh no!
The second one.
I'm gonna. Sorry to go in front of the camera. Very professional. I'm just getting the other ball. That's it. How many goes have you had, Joe?
I've had 7 now.
That's it. Right, I'm going to see if I can
Final
beat
one.
it.
Okay.
Fantastic. What was your score, Joe?
9 out of 10 there.
9 out of 10. Oh my God. Right. Tell us your scores and say if you think I can beat him.
Team Joe or Team Scott?
I didn't do very well at this yesterday, so.
He's been practicing loads since then.
I have.
In this room, practicing loads.
I have. There you go.
Okay,
Right.
I'm going to read out how did some people do.
Right, I'm going to start my goes. Okay, ready? So if you have a second go, off you go now. Nope, I hit my own knee.
So we had a really, really good question here. What modifications? I'm going to put this one here in case Scott loses that. What modifications would you make if you were doing this with younger kids or slightly less coordinated kids? Now, what you could try and do, to be honest, it's just about making sure that their ball throw is somewhere near them. So we could have a bigger target. So, for example, we could use something like a cushion. This is going to be a little bit bigger, and that will help make it a little bit easier to get it on that target area.
Yeah. 5 out of 9.
We could change the target a little bit and make it something.
Only got 6.
We could change the target and make it something a little bit more like they might know. So actually, you could throw it up and see if you can get it to land on your belly. So throw the ball up in the air and poke your belly out, see if it can land on there. You've got to keep your feet still when you do this. Or alternatively, one way of just making this a little bit easier straight away is just do a slightly smaller throw. For very young kids, sometimes we don't expect them to be able to hit the ball well above their head. So it's just about making sure that the ball goes up first before a contact happens. So you could just try and do a smaller throw as well.
Yeah. With young kids, it's just even looking up is new to them, and being able to do things above their head. So yeah, getting used to that at an early age is very important. Okay, right. Let's see some of your scores. 10 out of 10. Oh my gosh, guys.
Who did 10 out of 10? Oh my good, Oscar. Of course it was Oscar.
We take full credit for all of that. So anyway, that we are actually just going to wrap up and just do a little recap of things we've covered. And we're going to, after this, we're going to film a new lockdown tennis challenge. If you're not already following us on Instagram or Facebook, head over to there, because every weekday we post a new challenge for you to practice. And also you can now practice outside of this, that skill of the day, which is the throw of the serve.
Yeah, absolutely. If you've taken any videos, parents, if you've got some kids doing this, or even if you were doing it yourself, we would love if you could send us those videos so that we can actually see how everyone's doing. We might even be able to give you some little tips if you send us some videos along. So please do that, because we'd love to see how everything's been going.
Right, quick recap of everything we've been doing. So we started with the ball taps, okay, and what we were focusing on was lots of light footwork and keeping that low center of gravity. Then we moved on to
the figure of 8, so that's the one where we were going around our gin and tonic. Maybe you weren't doing that at home, but we were going around our gin and tonic. One of the exercises here was to try and stay in a good low belly position. Keep that head still, keep those hips where they are, do dance, and keep moving around. Dynamic balance, we call that. It's super important in tennis.
Then we moved on to our joggle catches, so still keeping that low center of gravity, and then practicing our coordination between our right and left our hands. And then the skill of the day was, I hear you ask.
Yeah, you asked that question, everybody. We heard that come through.
Was our serving throw. So get practicing those. Obviously, this video will be available as soon as we end the session. You'll be able to rewatch it so you can practice it to your heart's content. Right, I think we'll have to wrap it up.
Yeah. We are really happy. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. We've had a great time. Hope you've had a great time as well. And please come back, tune in tomorrow, same time.
Yep, same time, every
weekday.
We're not going anywhere. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we've got a lot of free time on our hands now. So we'll see you every weekday at 4 o'clock. Don't send us any feedback. Don't be afraid to send us any feedback or anything you want us to cover. Okay, because we're doing this for you guys. Okay, see you guys.
Bye, Louise.
Ciao.